Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go. Yes, indeed. We are back with another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. And as always, I'm joined by my brother Jake Bushnell and co-host. Hello. That was weird, but it worked. And also with my good friend Chad McKeen. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Duddy?
Good, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Of course, always. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So let me just give you a little backstory on Chad and how I met him. Okay, so first time I met Chad, which I believe was maybe about 9 or 10 years ago, met him backstage at a concert. I think it was the first time Sublime with Rome was going on tour, and we were direct support with them or opening. I don't remember, but we were on that tour, and we were just hanging out backstage, and that's where I happened to meet Chad, and we just rapped out for a little bit, and he was just a really nice guy, and he was doing some cool stuff, and from there we just kept in touch for for now 10 years. We've just always kind of kept in touch since then. I would come visit him, a while ago. He was running some dispensaries, some schools on like teaching people a proper way to grow and
be self-sufficient.
And he was teaching people, the proper way to run it. And just through all that, we became friends. And every time we would hang out, he would always send me off with a nice little gift pack of just could feel like a pound of weed, so like a cat. I came back many times. But yeah, so that's kind of how I met Chad. And just going in to this episode and just kind of the undertone of this show is we always like to have some sort of subject just about feeling good. And just this episode we're going to kind of talk about just be nice. Just be nice to people, because you never know where that relationship's going to go. And, if you treat someone, disrespectfully right off the bat, the chances of you guys growing a relationship together are very slim, and you never know where it's going to lead you, because now 10 years later, Chad hit me up almost as just a favor. Like, he's like, hey man, me and a friend of mine, we're putting on this contest, and we're gonna have all these people submit their demos for unsigned bands, and we're gonna try and choose a winner and give them a full record deal, and really pump someone and just try and help an unsigned artist. Would you come in and maybe just do like a little promo video for us? I was like, sure. So I headed in to this meeting with them to do this video, and when I walked in, it happened to be in like a really nice studio, and in that studio I saw there was a place that they were obviously running podcasts out of. And I was like, oh, that's cool, you guys are doing podcasts? Yeah, man, would you ever be interested in doing one? It's like, actually, I've really been thinking about doing one lately. So full circle into the subject of what we're talking about, just be nice to people, because you never know where it's going to lead. We weren't nice to each other because we thought it was going to further our careers in any way. It was just being nice. And now 10 years later, I'm still hanging out with him, and he gave me this amazing opportunity to start this podcast. So, just be nice, because you never know what can happen.
Yeah, man. Actually, we feel very fortunate to have you have a podcast here, so it's a symbiotic situation. But something really cool about Duddy is I have a stepson that I raised that was a fire victim. He wasn't even supposed to survive, and he ended up losing his voice, and he had a trach, and he had burns all over his body, scars all over his body. And he was a kid that sat in the back of the class when I met him, because he had kind of gotten to the point where he's like, I'm just going to be the kid that plays second fiddle. And when I met him, it was about a couple years after his fire, and I said, no, dude, that's not going to happen. You're going to sit in the front, and you're going to use this to your advantage. There will be no disadvantages. And this is one of the most well-adjusted young men I've ever met in my life. This young man now, he's very successful, owns some properties. And one of the things that I think was major in that development of him becoming a man is I was able to bring him around you at the studio when he was really young. We have a picture that we're going to put up. And dude, when you're a teenage boy at the local high school and you get to hang out with Duddy and Jared at the studio and they're recording an album, that's one of those things that forever puts you in a direction that would otherwise have been different. And so thank you, bro. We talked about that before, but that's huge.
That was absolutely my pleasure. And, he's an awesome kid. And just to know that, we affected his life in a positive way.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He really got into music after that, man. It was awesome.
The Dirty Heads they're funny like that. Like
They're cool like that.
You guys
yeah.
have such a loyal following, but they're so accessible with all the meet and greets and obviously the Wileys online. I think the Dirty Heads affect their fans.
They're very humble.
In a super deep way, maybe more so than a lot of other bands.
Absolutely. They're very humble, and they know how to be nice to everybody. They're just
Be
nice.
nice.
It's so simple.
Just be nice.
I didn't used to be nice. I used to be a total, like, I had a band, we talk about all the time. I was just a hothead, dude, and I didn't know how to act. And it's so much easier just to be nice. I used to walk around with a frown and be like, why is everybody giving me attitude? You know what I mean? It's
Because
like,
you're giving out attitude, you get.
I want you to
it's all about law of attraction. It's all about law of
nothing
attraction.
personal.
That's true. So, that being said, just be nice to people, because at the end of the day, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know where that relationship can go. It can end up being one of your best friends. It can end up not being a friend, but maybe just someone who could help further you in whatever path you feel like taking. So just next time you're out, just think about that in your head a little bit and just be nice to the next person you meet. Just randomly just be nice to someone and see what happens, because I guarantee you it will be something positive.
It's easy to do, too, and it's something you can control. In the world where we complain about everything we can't control, you can control that.
You can.
Yes.
And if you do that, I guarantee you're going to feel good, okay? There's no way around it. You're going to feel good. I'm just sorry.
Pretty much guaranteed.
You're going to feel good.
Yeah.
And you know what also makes me feel good? One of our sponsors of today's show, which is whiskey.
Proper 12.
12 whiskey.
Proper 12, Conor McGregor's whiskey.
So, this is amazing whiskey. Jake, will you pour us up some while I
Sure.
step on my sunglasses here?
I'll take this
Okay.
opportunity to be nice.
Thanks, Jake.
Shots.
You know what? Who knows where this relationship can go now?
That's
Someday
Today's
someone might-
episode is brought to you by Be Nice and the
Yeah.
letter 12, number 12.
Dude,
But yeah,
you just turned Russian.
Yeah, that didn't sound like him at all.
Oh, man, I didn't know I have to do skits today.
Okay, so he's not coming on the show either. Check him out. Okay, Pink's out. Who was else?
For the second time today, I spilled the whiskey on the table.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Proper 12 whiskey. Check it out. If you haven't tried this, I recommend it. It's really good, and it's a delicious whiskey. Check it out. Boom, Proper 12. And then we're gonna take these shots really quick, and then
Let's get a clink,
clink, clink.
clink, clink. That was a large shot, Jake.
Heavy pour.
Wow.
I'm really
Okay.
nice.
So nice. So nice. And then next, we also have one more company, Koi CBD. An amazing product that I do use daily. I love it. If you're someone out there taking a lot of pain meds, just try this. Give CBD a chance. See if it, helps you with what ails you. And it's a lot healthier. Helps you with pain. Helps you with inflammation. Can help you just take a little bit of stress off the day. It's an amazing product. KoiCBD.com. Go there right now. And at checkout, put in code DuddyB and you will get 20% off.
Yeah.
It is so much more than 10%. It's twice as much.
That's awesome.
You like that?
That's math.
All right. So that
And it
being said,
checks
check
out.
it out.
You guys check that out?
And then last but not least, another amazing company that we've been working with for a long time with the Dirty Heads. We have our own pens with them. Great people, great company, great product, Sticky Vape. Make sure you check it out. I love these things. I have one in my pocket at all times. So, stickyvapes.com. Check it out.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Use them in a movie theater. That's what I do.
Don't, I shouldn't
does it
say
go
this,
up?
but I fucking use it on airplanes.
Do you go in the bathroom
outta
or
here.
you sit in your seat?
It depends who is sitting next to
The
me.
Mile High Club.
Yeah, you gotta
I've
do
done
some
it.
reading
I've looked
intel.
over at the person next to me before and just been like, there ain't no way this motherfucker's carrying. And you know what I do is I just put it in my sleeve and I just go
Nice.
like that.
That's
and then
the
I take
move.
my other sleeve and I go and I throw it in there. Dude,
hot
nobody
box.
And you got a toilet paper roll with some Bounty sheets in there that you blow it in.
That's
So, and,
That's smooth.
yeah, and if you
But-
ever see me on a plane, I'm not doing it then.
Yeah.
Okay. But I just learned something amazing as I was talking to Chad right before we started this, and he filled me in on something that I had no fucking idea. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Chad's for at first before he met me for a certain reason. What was that reason?
Well, okay.
Wait,
so,
you mean Chad wasn't a fan of you?
What did I
Is that
say?
what you're saying?
Yeah.
You said you weren't a big fan of Chad.
Did I say that?
I don't remember.
Why
whatever.
did you hate Chad, dude?
I
This is
didn't know
about
Chad, so what
feeling
I-
good.
Yeah.
We'll go back. What I
so-
meant to say was,
Yeah.
Chad had some issues with me. So why was that?
Okay, so I had a band back in the day, and we kind of realized at a certain point, okay, we need to get jobs, because it's not going anywhere. So we always had the hardest time with getting a drummer. I don't know if that was like everybody's issue, but the drummer we would always just go through drummers.
That's a very important part.
So my guitar player, who was like the go-to guy, he was like, you always got that one guy who just does more than everybody. He's like, I'll do the flyers, whatever. This guy would always go to the Guitar Center drum off. If you're ever looking for a drummer, go to that. Those are amazing. And they have amazing drummers there. So we found this kid named Matt who won it. We're all stoked. We're like, yeah, we're some old dudes. We got this kid that's killing on the drums. And we're playing with him for a few months. And he comes to band practice one time. He goes, hey, I can't play with you guys anymore. And, we kind of, I mean, dude, you'd have to be, you wouldn't be very nice if you were like, oh, this messed up, dude. You know what I mean? Because he's a young kid. You want him.
Yeah.
And he's like, we signed a deal. We're like, fuck yeah, bro, go for it. And it was the Dirty Heads. So I'm like, when I meet the Dirty Heads, I'm like, this is the dude. But anyway, it was like, animosity, jealousy.
Jokingly.
Yeah. And so, yeah, jokingly, yeah, for sure.
But I thought that was so funny when you told me that. I had no idea.
That kid's a good
it's
drummer,
funny
man.
because I remember Matt talking about doing the Guitar Center drum offs, and I think he even won.
Yeah, I think he did win.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
He's amazing.
He's a beast.
Dude's amazing. But that's why it was so good for our band, because we played so many different genres, and he could do it.
He can do it all.
Well, he was like 19.
Yeah, that's exactly, bro. We're like
When he
twice
joined
as
the
big.
Dirty
When he
Heads.
first joined the Dirty Heads, I remember there was a few shows where it was like he had to play and then just go wait in the van.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't 21.
And that's the only reason he was playing with us, because he was getting experience. It's like he didn't see a future. We didn't either. We knew he was a kid. We just happened to have the kid. He was a good kid.
So that being said, there was a reason at one point in time that, Chad thought differently of me. And then today also during this, something happened to where I felt a little differently about Chad.
We all did.
We went to we're next to the studio, there's like a little bar, and we just went to go have a quick beer and just chat about the show and come up with anything we might want to talk about. And we all ordered a beer, and Chad goes, "You guys got a cider?"
Yeah, I like ciders, man. It's like I go back to apple juice days. I don't know. It's good. I usually drink. I don't like beer. I get all bloated. It goes right to my ass. Honestly, I think I might have a little gluten issue because it really does. I drink beer, bro. I'm like, whoa, what the hell did I? You know what I mean?
But a nice cider.
Yeah, no,
But a nice proper
nice
cider.
cider.
It goes down smooth.
It was
like
one of those things where
apple juice.
someone was buying beers for all of us. So they're like, yeah, round of the beer, we're all going to have the same. Wait, hold on.
I'll have a salad.
Is there a cider in the house?
Yeah.
Confusion behind the counter.
But they had one, and
They
it was
did.
good.
And
They
they
did.
had
And it makes your breath smell
one.
good. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Well, fair. Okay, I haven't smelled it. It's up for grabs on that. But Duddy, you're closer.
I'm good on
Lean in
smelling
there.
his breath.
Judgment-free zone, dude. Feeling good, but
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Cider.
Yeah, I love cider, man.
So that's cool. So, Chad also has his own podcast that he runs out of this same studio.
Yeah.
Pump it up. Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah. So my podcast is kind of like perspective from my life from my perspective. I'm totally into that ancient alien stuff. Those guys make some money having their own tours. So you could go on tours with those guys to the places that they talk about on the show. Like Petra, my buddy's in Petra right now doing a tour. And it's like, I want to go to Petra. I want to see that. Those things are like, inexplicable.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just like to go see for myself, man. It's kind of like that. And then the people I've come across in my life, and we chop it up. It's kind of just like, it's funny. We had an FBI informant for a child sex trafficking ring on the last episode.
so it's also about feeling good.
Feeling good with Jake will be that episode will be that.
Yeah. So yeah, and Jake's going to be on the show this week coming up. So that's going to be really good. We're going to talk about aliens and stuff. I gave him some homework to do. We'll see if he does it.
Okay. Or are you going to have the sex trafficker in on that one as well? Or?
No, that was it. Dude, we didn't plan that. We just hung out with him. David had he hired a band to play for his party. And they weren't able to play, so the guy owed David money, and he's like, well, let me have you do something else instead. So he came over here to figure that out, and we ended up chopping it up, and he's like, I'm all into conspiracy theories, blah, blah, blah. And I was an FBI informant. The guy's just like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let's go on the show and talk. So come to find out, the guy was approached by the FBI because I guess the guy got an email. Let me know if you ever got an email like this. This guy got an email.
I'm going to already say no.
Okay.
Continue.
Dude, you're psychic. Okay. So the guy says, hey, I got an email from from this group in Mexico that's trafficking children for sex. They're like a menu of young girls. And I'm going, how did you? He goes, well, I was in the club scene in San Diego. He goes, and I like young girls, like 20 to 25. Which I thought was weird that he had to, categorize that, right? I thought, okay, I feel like you have to defend your. So then he goes, and I got this email one day.
I doubt that's something they're just cold sending emails.
Hold on, for context, why is he on your show?
Bro, because
Accidental sex trafficking. Why is he?
because I wanted to have this guy on my show.
Shadcast.
Jake, how does somebody become an informant?
I could be wrong. I don't know too much about it, but to get off for something you did wrong?
That's exactly right.
So I'm thinking he did some shady shit, and now he's
watch
doing
the
this.
Chadcast because we asked the right questions, bro. And dude, it's
This is a good
stuff.
promo, actually.
Bro.
Because now everyone listening is like,
thank you, bro.
look at that. He's ghost knuckling.
Ghost knuckles.
Yeah. What the?
So that being said, you brought up David in there for a second. How did you meet David in the airport? Is there a story behind that?
I met David. Yes. Okay, so I met David.
And David's your co-host.
David's the guy that runs all this,
David
right?
runs this.
Yeah, David's the boss, right? He's the in the security. And so we were both went to Closer to the Sun, which we hung out at Closer. You guys played year 3.
Yes, and there's a possibility we'll be there this year. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not.
Awesome.
We'll see.
That's huge. That's awesome. Yeah.
If we're not there, fucking sorry.
Okay, but anyways, you guys should go to Closer to the Sun, period. It's at Hard Rock. Plenty of rooms. Sign up. If the Dirty Heads are there, game over. It will be the greatest thing you ever go to, hands down. David and I talk about it all the time. And that's where we met. I met David there on year 5, I believe it was. And so I meet David, and we're on the plane. We get off the plane. There's that little margarita stand right up when you get off the plane in Cancun. Right? And everybody goes there to get a drink as soon as you get off the plane. So David's there. We're all standing there in one line. There's 2 registers, and we're all standing in one line in front of one register, kind of feeding both registers because only one was taking money. And so here comes David. And David's got this little – if you ever go to a concert with David, you'll see he's a freaking huge guy.
He's a big guy.
And he just kind of walks like that. Like, and the more beers he's had, the little looser he gets. I was at Closer to the Sun this year, and he comes – and somebody just barrels it in the back of me like, boom. And I look over and he looks at me and goes, hey. I go, bro, I sure hope you didn't walk through the whole crowd like that and hit everybody. He goes, I did.
He's a Game of Thrones character.
Dude, the guy's Viking blood through and through.
Yeah,
okay.
he's north of the wall.
So anyways, David walks right up past everybody and goes to the other register just like cutting right in line. And he orders his drinks because the guy just goes, I guess, I don't know. So he orders his drinks and he goes to pay, but they go, oh, you got to pay at that register. So at this point, now he's walking right in front of us. And he looks over and somebody's like, oh, you cut. And he looks at me, no, he looked at me and he goes, it's not like I cut. I go, yeah, right, bro. And then somebody else goes, you should buy us all a drink. And he goes, okay. And he bought everybody in line a drink. Then we ended up finding out that he's going Closer to the Sun. He got on the bus next to us, sat with us, and we became friends and just hit it off from there. So.
That's amazing. And see, you know what?
Be nice.
Be fucking nice.
That's it.
Be nice.
Absolutely.
Like it.
David bought you that cider an hour ago.
He's a nice guy, yeah.
To bring it full circle. He bought drinks for all of us, and you
had a cider.
Do you think
Proclaim.
that
you know what I like to drink then?
Do you think he would have been that nice to you in Cancun if you bumped into him? Like, I don't want a margarita. How about a cider? He'd have been like,
Yeah,
you
probably.
need to buy us all drinks. He's all, I'll have a cider. Thank you.
Probably right, dude. I don't know. Are we that judgmental now as a society?
No, we should not be.
Okay, you guys are talking about being nice and you're breaking my balls about having a cider?
It's because we love you, dude.
You know what?
I
I'm
know.
all about being nice,
I
but
know. If you drink cider, you're taking one of the nuts.
Oh, it's just
fair game.
If
Fair
your
game.
Friends,
you know what you're getting into when you drink cider.
If your friends are not busting your balls, then they are not your friends.
They all break my balls. I know
So,
that's how I know
yeah.
the level of love, for real. If your friends feel like they could be like that with you, open, and you're not going to take it personal, just like the clip says, it's all good, dude.
if we would have said cider, delicious choice, means we hate you.
Yeah, right.
But
That's
love
when
you.
you.
So
That's
we were
when
like cider.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah. It's all
Ashton,
love.
can we spin that clip again?
Yeah, we got that clip on
Just
deck.
take this to
Somebody
heart.
gets in your face and calls you a cocksucker. I want you to be nice. It's nothing personal.
It's not personal.
That's fucking Dalton. All right?
The guru.
You listen to him.
That's the best cooler in the game.
He was a yogi before there were
Cleaning up the
yogis.
deuce.
You can't take it personal because you know what? If someone's being a dick to you, why take it personal? Because now you're almost thinking like, damn, am I a dick? And now you let his actions towards you kind of make you feel in a certain way
Dictate
bad
your
about
reaction.
yourself.
Yeah.
Just don't take it personal. That's on that guy. Maybe that guy thinks he's a dick. Maybe that guy's not happy with himself, so he's like, you know what, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah.
You're not a dick. That
Yeah.
guy's just having a bad day. He's in a bad mood. Don't even let it affect you.
Yeah, that's right.
Because his opinion of you is just his opinion on you. That's not what you are. So don't take it personal.
There's another part in that clip where the guy goes, what if somebody calls my mom a whore? And he says,
Is she?
boom.
So I guess don't take it personal, and then also take a step back and go, well, am I a dick?
Well, that's how you're supposed to take criticism. You know, I've done a lot of schooling. The way you're supposed to take criticism is to try to find the truth in it. And if there's no truth, let it go. Energy's going to exist. I learned this from this dude. I learned so much from this guy, Master Xiao. Energy's going to exist in your life. It's your choice if it's good or bad. And if somebody's putting off the bad energy, just walk away. You don't have to deal with it. It doesn't have to be yours.
That's on them. If they want to go and put out negative energy, hey, you can't stop them from doing that.
You can't.
That's their choice, and they're going to do that.
Yep.
And you could either take that energy and get all fired up inside about it, and now you're going to probably put out negative energy, or you can just say, that's actually not true. I'm going to leave this conversation and go about my day feeling good.
That's right.
You know, it's your choice. So don't let someone else's opinion even affect you because that's just their opinion.
Word.
Who are they?
Someone says something mean about you, be nice.
Give him a hug.
Boom.
It's hard to hate on someone who's being nice to you.
Dude,
So if you're nice, it really makes life. You're gonna encounter. There's always jerks out there, and there's
Yeah.
always people. But if you're nice, you're going to encounter people that are being nice to you. It's just a gravitational deal.
Conflict resolution is a huge thing. I think we should teach a lot of things at school we don't teach, but conflict resolution is one of them. And dude, 100%, if somebody's being nice to you, it's so hard. Like if you're returning something to the store, I always tell people this. You know, I'm white, got a lot of white friends, and we have a tendency to kind of go in and be like, you know. But if you go in and you're nice, you get so much more. It's crazy. What's that saying? You can attract more bees with honey than a stick. That's real.
I never heard that, but I love it.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's an old school one, you know.
All right. So it's just saying, be sweet.
Be sweet.
That also works just
That's
like be nice.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Be sweet. And speaking of being nice, you make oil.
Yeah, I make like RSO cannabis oil stuff. Yeah.
And tell me about it because it's pretty cool because you do it for the right reasons.
Yeah. So I've been doing this for quite a while. My second wife had some issues with cancer, and so a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, dude, there's this stuff called Rick Simpson oil. I'd never heard of it, and it works great for skin cancer, which she was dealing with, and we used it and applied it to some spots, and it worked." And then I started getting deep into it and making it to where you could take it orally. You could take like a tincture under your tongue sublingually, all kinds of different salves and stuff. And we're actually going to be, we talked to Connor's people because of the Proper 12, and they're talking to them about maybe doing some type of, FICO oil, which is full extract cannabis oil. Fecal oil, a salve that you could put on your skin, and it like any type of pain, skin can't, like all kinds of benefits to this.
And now does that have THC in it as well?
Yeah, so it has THC, so it's a full extract. So there's this thing that they found called the entourage effect that people don't know about, but you should Google all this. Research for yourself. That's why I go on the tours with the H&A Lane guys. I want to see for myself. But if you Google FECO, F-E-C-O, cured or treated, whatever, you'll find a plethora of information on the internet relating to how it can treat ailments that you might have. And so, I just make all kinds of different salves, things like that people can, use for
whatever ails them.
Whatever ails them, yeah. And so, we were talking with Connor's people. Hopefully we can get a meeting with him and maybe make some salve, because it works great for the MMA guys. You get bruised up and beat up. And
I could only imagine. Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure that they're, constantly looking for alternatives to just constantly
pills.
taking pills. Cause,
yeah, pills are bad. The entourage effect, that's what I was talking about. So I smoke a little bit, so, I get sidetracked sometimes. So, the entourage effect is what they found is like when all the cannabinoids work together, there's an effect they can't replicate in a lab. And it's like if I took your shoulder and I put it over here, that's CBD. it's nothing compared to you in totality, and you're not you anymore. Makes sense? If I put the shoulder back, now you're all you and you're a full. That makes sense? That's kind of what it's all about. And so it's just such a battle with the legal system because of that. So I make it for people. We're in California, so we're lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah, but it's an amazing thing. It works really well.
Well, I'm glad we're making that. I don't have a segue into this from there, but I'm just going to go straight into it. Tell me a little bit about Tinder Man.
Oh, Tinder Man. Okay, so we got this idea we're going to shoot. Our legal team's like against us 100%. But this will prove this was our idea because it'll be dated. You know about Tinder Man?
I was there.
Oh, yeah, you were
Oh,
there.
yeah, he was in the
That's
room.
that weed. The weed works.
Dude.
The weed works around here. We smoked some good weed around here. Let me
Tinder
say.
Man was just a joke. I didn't even know. What is this moving
Oh, we're doing
forward?
it. Oh, Luke,
it's a
Luke
thing.
wants to be the guy.
I mean-
Luke's going to be our Tinder Man.
We've got a Tinder
I'm
Man.
thinking Tinder Woman might work a little better legally.
I've had two women offer.
So you guys have all seen the movie Slender Man. So this is our take on
Yes.
Tinder Man.
So we brainstormed the other day. We were talking. We were chopping it up. All of us. We get together and it's crazy. It's amazing because all these brilliant creative minds just start throwing stuff out. So Tinder Man we're going to take a profile on Tinder, and he's going to be an artist. And these are all the details we came up with. It was so much fun. He's going to be an artist.
Oh, dude, I remember.
He's
Yeah,
gotta be
because
an
you
artist.
got to have a reason to have these things.
Yes, because in the van, he's going to be on Tinder and get some dates. And he's going to go meet them somewhere in the van, right? And then try to get them somehow to go in the van with him.
And he's going to be in a 3-piece suit when he picks you up.
That's right. A 3-piece suit in a beat-up old 1995 Econoline Ford van with no windows.
The idea is it's a hidden camera thing. It's a prank thing. It's a prank Tinder date.
It's like punk, but kind of edgy.
Guy looks cute enough online. He's an artist.
Yeah.
Pictures of paintings. He's on a jet ski. Looks like he's a fun dude.
Yeah.
But when he shows up for the date, ahead of time he texts, "Hey, my car's in the shop. I'm going to be showing up in my painter van." I think
That's
is
a
what
good.
we got.
That's a great. My work van.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause he has like canvases and stuff.
Right. And so when
Brilliant
he shows
addition.
up, it's
You just
free.
put that in there.
But
That's
no, dude,
brilliant.
I was there.
That's
this
brilliant.
is all. And then
brilliant.
and
I
then
love
she
it.
shows up, and the chick is already. She understands why the
Oh, yeah.
van's here. So, but he's got the suit on.
Yeah.
He looks like Slender Man. But it's Tinder Man, you get it.
Yeah.
And the idea is hidden cameras. He's going to continue doing creepier things as this drive goes on,
Yeah.
and we're going to kind of
Without giving too much
There'll be
information.
things
Perfect.
in the van. There'll be like maybe a ski mask on the floor
Yeah.
and some leather gloves.
But
and
there'll be a reason.
There'll be a reason.
like
Why?
he's in the suit because his niece, his
Yeah.
date, canceled last second for homecoming. So
Yeah.
he was such a nice guy. He took her and he just dropped her off and just barely,
So she starts-
everything's. So how long can she stay in the van? is
And she'll
kind
start
of the
feeling
show.
bad about all that too. Like, oh my God, because we're going to go to a gas station, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to act like he's getting gas. And that way we let her look around the car a bit. And she's
That's
going to see all these
around.
things.
That's her escape chance.
Yeah.
He goes inside, and
Yeah.
she has a second to look around the van and
Yeah.
be like, "What is this?"
There's
shit?
a ski mask, but there's paintbrushes next to it.
Yeah.
He is an artist.
Yeah.
So she can kind of
Yeah.
talk herself out.
And so he comes back and he doesn't even get gas. He takes off. Right. So anyways, it's going to be amazing. You're going to have to wait for it to come out. It's going to be good stuff.
I have a feeling this will never see the light of day. But Tinder Man,
It's gonna, bro.
a working idea.
I just want you, if the show never sees the light of day, which it probably won't, just wrap it around in your head and think about how
Everybody
fun that
would watch
be
that.
to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just picture families around the fucking TV on Sunday night. Just
How
with
long
a
is she gonna
fire.
stay in the van?
Oh my God, is she gonna make it past 3 minutes this
Yeah.
time?
Like
Oh.
American Ninja.
the devastation when your daughter realizes it's not Tinder Man night. It's Tinder Man night. And you say that's tomorrow night. And you got to deal with that.
So
whole
one thing I was thinking about over the weekend about this, because we think about this stuff all the time. I was like, okay, what happens if there's like copycats? And all of a sudden there's like real Tinder dates and they're getting in the van and bad things start.
And this is why this will never happen.
That's why our legal team's like,
I know that you and
no.
our lawyer is somewhere around
Yeah,
here right
he's
now
over
just
there.
going, "You fucking idiots, this is never happening."
I told you to shut up about Tinder Man. You went on the podcast.
Actually, I think he's driving away right now. If I could see that. He just quit.
That's funny. Oh, man, that's good.
So good stuff. Feeling
Yeah.
good. And you know what? Chad, do you have a one time at band camp story for us?
I got a one-time at band camp story. Jake, we kind of talked about the reoccurring themes on the show. Cheese is an amazing human being. I kind of wanted to follow that lead.
Cheese was the first guest. You guys have heard that now, and when you guys heard that first episode, I talked about you. I think I said they're laughing in the back. There was a point in the episode where Cheese shit himself.
Yeah.
He talked about how he shit his own pants.
Yeah.
And Chad was dying. I
was
saw
dying.
him in the control room dying.
Tears out of my eyes, bro.
And he was so happy because
I've shit my pants.
he then felt in kinship and wanted to
So
share
let's go.
some with
Let's
you
get
guys.
into it.
Yeah.
So we're
Oh,
hoping
and this one time at band camp?
Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, I used to be a different person, man. You know, I've been on this whole Zen trail and whatnot. I was a little thug, knucklehead back in the day. And back in like the 80s, we got this wild idea that we could rob fumigated houses because, nobody's coming home. So we'd go up under the tent. We'd have them in the neighborhood. We're like, dude, we could get some shit. Because this is back in the day where you could take stuff to a pawn shop, like a TV, and that's that. Nowadays, they got tracking systems and shit. Everything was on paper back then, right? No, you got to think about this. And so we go up, and I'm in no way saying that someone should ever do this. Don't try this at home. So I had these two kids with me. I go up under the tent, dude, and I started like just kind of convulsing, like shaking, right? I kind of convulsed, and dude, I shit all over myself. I'm like, and it's just all over my bro. I'm talking bad too. It wasn't like a solid shit. It was like the runs.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I'm like, hey, I'm out here, guys. You're on your own. I had to drive home with shit pants,
Feeling
bro.
good.
I guess that's karma.
Oh, I respect that though. You're all, go guys, leave me behind.
I'm out of here, dude.
It's my DNA.
Save yourself.
Well, I think that affected my nervous system, bro. And I was just like, that's what happens to the bugs right before they die. You ever seen a bug?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I was pretty close to
You
death.
were doing the cockroach shuffle.
I was doing the cockroach. Yeah, exactly. Whew. Anyways, but come to find out, I did ayahuasca in the rainforest like 5 times. Come to find out.
Clean segue.
Yeah, in deep conversations, okay? Because you get deep and honest and stuff after you do it. You're in ceremony for 6 hours and you go hang out for a few hours and you're just like, reminiscing what you had thought about. And you were somehow the story came up about shitting pants, and so we started talking and I go, I think everybody shit their pants, bro. And sure enough, everybody in that group has shit their pants.
Well, everyone on earth has shit their pants.
Well, actually, here's
as
the thing.
a child, right?
I have, as a child.
You're
but-
aged out, maybe.
I'm talking post-diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, post diaper pants. shit.
Duddy has never shit his pants.
I haven't shit my pants.
And it made a qualifier for this. If you've not shit your pants by 40, you're in the clear.
So he brought this up, and I was like, well,
At 48, things get a little.
I think there's
You'll see.
Well, I think that if you shit your pants after 40,
It's okay.
It's more like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you shit it before 30, it's like, oh no.
30 or 40?
Before 40. Sorry,
Yeah.
did I say 30?
Yeah, you said
If you
30.
shit it before 40, fucking tragedy.
You're supposed to.
After 40,
Stop using butt plugs or
Here's the,
something.
dude, you're supposed to bookend your life with pants shitting. You're born and you're shitting up a storm. I just,
Yeah.
and then you die shitting
That's true.
everywhere.
Like
right?
Bob
So in
said, once a man,
between,
twice a child.
We all,
That's true.
yeah, we should be able to hold it in.
So on that note, we discussed this. I think that if you made it to 40 years
Yeah.
of life
You deserve a
and you
reward.
have not shit your pants, it shouldn't be a birthday party. It should be a party celebrating the fact that you have not shit your pants in 40 years.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment. Because I've only you said the same.
I mean, as post diaper, I don't think
You've never
I've ever.
you're never like I got a
myself.
fart and boom. Never.
Oh, potentially, maybe
You've
something
partied
like that.
a lot,
No,
Jake.
you know.
You've partied a
You
lot,
know.
Jake.
You
Yeah,
know.
no, I've never shit my pants. No,
You never
no.
you never had a ditch underwear before in the bathroom.
No. Oh well. Okay. Well, I did.
Oh, your ditch is how it always
shit.
goes. Ditch is how it always goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yes.
You know what?
Yes.
I didn't shit my pants technically, but I shit in such a frantic manner behind a bush that part of it hit my pants. So I kind of shit my pants. Yeah. God damn.
man.
I shit on my pants.
That's different than shitting in your pants.
It is, because I had the wherewithal. I had the wherewithal.
giving it your all.
I was at a birthday party. I was young. We were playing football in the park, and it was my first time. I remember this. First time in my life, I went from 1 second being a young guy at a park to instantly going, I am now going to shit now. And I remember I ran behind bushes.
Yeah.
And I pulled my pants down and I started
You
shitting
barely
and I
made
stood up and part of it hit my pants.
That's a tweener, dude.
You know why that's
Dude.
different?
Yeah.
Because to tie
That's
back in
Emmett.
another episode, you did your best. And that's all you can do in life is as long as you do your best, and, that's it. That's all we can ask for.
What
That's
if
all
you
you can
do your best?
Do.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I
you go.
did.
Yeah.
And I did. And I pulled a leaf off a tree and I wiped it down and I fucking jumped back in the game and I probably caught a touchdown. But I don't know. I did shit myself.
And
Damn it.
This is a
Yes.
good subject to let everyone in this world know a little trick I've learned a long time ago. Then you don't even have to have this if you just say this. You are VIP anywhere you want to go. You're out of work. Any excuse you needed, you don't need any other excuse. You can go anywhere. If you are trying to get backstage in a concert and a security guard goes, "Where's your pass?" Just go, "Diarrhea." And that security guard will go ahead. Yeah. You will get anywhere you want in life. Call your work tomorrow and be like, "Hey, man, I can't come in today, fucking diarrhea." Your boss will go, "Sure, man, take 2 days off. Whatever, man. Let's stop talking about diarrhea."
I bet it worked for a speeding ticket.
Yeah, guess what? Yeah.
It has.
Dude, I have diarrhea. That cop will be like, "Man, follow me." Woo, woo. He'll get you home
I got out of a speeding ticket once.
from diarrhea.
My son had just been born. I'm like, I'm trying to rush to see my kid. I got to escort all the way there.
Security
It's kinda
guards
like that.
everywhere
That's
are
pretty
going to
cool.
hate you,
Yeah,
Duddy.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What?
There's going to be a stream of people yelling diarrhea and trying to get
a
backstage.
stream of people? Because that's what I'm talking about here.
It's the pun
There's going to
factory.
be a spattering of people.
So long story short, be nice, and if you need to get anywhere that you can't get, fucking diarrhea, man, works every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did we miss anything here today?
I think that's.
Did we talk about shitting yourself? Yeah,
Yeah, we did. I think we did. Well, again, thanks to everyone over here at Reamp
Let's
Studios.
check out the Chad cast.
Check out the Chadcast and enjoy your day. Be nice to people.
Be nice.
And that's pretty much fucking it. Just tomorrow or even today, if you're listening to this in the morning, today, go out and just be nice to someone and see where it goes. It's probably gonna go somewhere good. I don't know. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So yeah. And if you don't shit yourself by the time you're 40, celebrate that.
Celebrate. You get a clean underwear.
Feeling good.